All right, welcome to the latest explainer. If you thought last year's AI leaps were huge, well, you really haven't seen anything yet. Google I/O 2026 just wrapped up, and honestly, the sheer volume of announcements was completely staggering. So today, we're cutting through the noise. We're breaking down that massive flurry of news into a really clear, structured roadmap. We're going to decode the biggest updates and look exactly at how the digital landscape is fundamentally shifting you from being a daily doer to a high-level director. To make sense of all this, we've organized the source material into 5 key buckets. We'll be looking at entering the agentic era, upgrading your daily workflow, the AI creative sandbox, autonomous search and workflows, and finally, trust, reality, and hardware. Let's just dive right in.
Section 1. Entering the Agentic Era. If last year was all about video generation, the source material makes it incredibly clear that this year is defined by one massive shift in how AI actually operates.
So, what does this actually mean? Well, the absolute most crucial concept you need to grasp here is agentic AI. We are officially moving away from those passive chatbots, where you type a prompt and just wait for a block of text back. We're talking about active agents now. These are dynamic systems that execute complex, multi-step tasks across entirely different platforms, all on your behalf. This foundational concept is the brain powering literally every single update we're about to cover today.
Think of the two new engines driving this whole era kind of like a sprinter and a scholar. Take Gemini 3.5 Flash, for example. That's our sprinter. It's built specifically for lightning-fast, day-to-day agentic tasks. Then you have Gemini Omni, which is the heavy lifter. It combines deep world knowledge and complex reasoning with VO 3.1. That's Google's new video generation model. So if you ask Omni to explain photosynthesis, it doesn't just spit out a summary. It grasps the concept, reasons through it, and actually generates a custom-styled video to teach you. Two very distinct models serving two absolutely vital purposes.
Moving right along to Section 2, upgrading your daily workflow. Now that we understand the engines under the hood, let's see how they directly impact the tools we use every single day.
The era of staring blankly at a blinking cursor on Google Docs? Yeah, that's over. It's been replaced by what they're calling Vibe document editing. Through the new Docs Live feature, you're essentially having a real-time conversation with your document. You can literally ask the AI to grab context from specific buried emails in your Gmail and use that info to write, say, a structured story blending physics and horror. It builds the doc, formats it perfectly, centers the images, the whole shebang. You're basically just managing the vibe of the output instead of wrestling with manual formatting.
And imagine waking up to an agent that's already organized your morning chaos for you. The new Gemini Daily Briefs integration scans your unread emails for things you need to reply to, tracks your calendar events, and organizes all your pending tasks into a neat morning dashboard before you've even had your coffee. And this extends out into the real world, too. Ask Google Maps doesn't just route you from point A to point B anymore, it acts like a personal concierge, seamlessly building a multi-stop itinerary to find gas and the best tacos on your exact route home.
But it definitely doesn't stop at browser tools. We're looking at deep macOS integration now. Get this, you can just hit a function key to summon Gemini directly on your desktop, have it review 5 local files sitting in your Downloads folder, synthesize that info, and draft a scheduled email. All of this happens seamlessly, right on the fly, directly on your local machine. It's literally like having an invisible, highly efficient, and completely private coworker living right inside your operating system. All right, Section 3, the AI creative sandbox. This is where traditional digital media production takes a massive leap forward. First up is Flow Studio. Powered by that Gemini Omni model we talked about, this tool completely replaces complex timeline editing software with pure prompt-based generation. The capabilities are honestly staggering. You can generate custom characters from scratch, seamlessly swap out faces or artistic styles, and add precise text and animations. You can even prompt the AI to just change the time of day in your video, shifting the lighting from noon to dusk in real time, and you never even touch a timeline. Right alongside video is Flow Music, which is described as a complete production house application. Now, this isn't just generating generic background elevator music. It creates full songs, complete with high-quality vocals. What's genuinely surprising here is its fluency across multiple dialects. It handles Hindi and Punjabi lyrics beautifully and natively. But again, the magic is that it's agentic. You can actually converse with a virtual producer inside the app, asking it to tweak a specific drum loop, rewrite a lyric, or remix the whole track right on the spot.
Section 4. Autonomous search and workflows. This is where things start to feel a little bit like sci-fi, fundamentally changing how we gather information and automate our lives.
We're moving completely beyond static blue links or even those AI-generated text summaries, thanks to agentic search. Google is now injecting interactive UIs directly into your search results. So if you search for how a black hole works, you don't just get an article to read, you get a live interactive physics engine right in your browser. They're calling this agentic coding. They also introduced information agents. If you're someone who checks a specific stock's PE ratio every day, you can set an agent to automatically track that parameter in the background and only surface the data to you when there is new, relevant information.
Now, adapting to this rapidly shifting landscape is absolutely a critical career advantage, which brings us to this explainer sponsor, Simplilearn. They help you future-proof your skills with certified university and institution courses. Their live programs, like Agentic AI for Builders, actually teach you how to create these multi-agent systems using automation frameworks like NNN and Crew AI. They also offer an Applied AI 10-week program and a Microsoft AI Engineer certification, giving you structured pathways to really master the exact tools driving this new agentic era.
Okay, let's talk about pure automation power with Anti-Gravity 2.0. Less than $1,000. That was the total token cost, which is just the computing price you pay for the AI's processing power, for one of the most shocking demos of the entire event. By spawning multiple sub-agents working in parallel, using the Gemini 3.5 Flash model, developers built a custom operating system from scratch and ran the video game Doom on it in under 12 hours. It's a brilliant and honestly slightly terrifying illustration of the sheer efficiency of parallel AI agents.
Bringing that massive power down to a personal level, we have Gemini Spark. Think of this as your personal AI agent that lives inside your Google Suite and just strings together absolute magic tricks. It can review your emails for context, autonomously code a custom app based exactly on your request, distribute that app to your friends, and then spin up a live updating Google Sheet to track all their inputs 24/7. Zero manual coding, zero switching between platforms. It manages the entire context seamlessly without you literally lifting a finger. And finally, Section 5, Trust, Reality, and Hardware. With AI generating video, writing code, and taking actions on our behalf, how do we actually verify what's real? And where does this tech live in the physical world? Well, the first answer to that is SynthID. As AI-generated content becomes virtually indistinguishable from reality, preventing scams is vital. SynthID is an invisible watermark that is rapidly becoming the industry standard. See a suspicious image or video? You can just screenshot it and Gemini will instantly tell you if it was AI generated. And crucially, this isn't just a Google walled garden. Major platforms like OpenAI are integrating SynthID too, creating a unified, much-needed internet standard for content verification. Finally, the agentic era is officially stepping out of the browser. We saw agentic shopping, where an AI autonomously manages a universal cart, buying items for you across 5 completely different websites. We saw Genie, a mind-bending tool that generates fully interactive 3D virtual environments, 30 seconds at a time, based entirely on your prompts. And importantly, we saw hardware, new real-time AR glasses with built-in displays that overlay AI-powered navigation directly onto the physical world in front of you. These agents are moving off of our screens and right into our 3D space. And that brings us to the end of our explainer. We've covered a massive shift today, from passive digital tools to active world-building agents. But honestly, it leaves us with a pretty provocative thought. In an era where AI agents can spin up operating systems for pocket change, draft our communications, and generate interactive realities completely on the fly, what is the most valuable human skill left? Is it managing the agents? Is it our capacity for human connection? It's a question we are all going to have to answer very soon. Thanks so much for joining me to decode Google I/O 2026 and keep exploring these tools as they roll out.